Still in love with that intro. Good evening and welcome back to Friday Night Fever. I'm Jason Williams.
And I am Avery Hilliard.
And welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Fever. And this was a fun night for me to, watching some football games. Had to make a double run tonight for the first time this season. But I got to see some pretty good football so far. What about you, Avery?
I did. I was at a game where both the teams were undefeated. Now, I was excited for that. Ooh, I know.
Battle of unbeaten.
Yes.
Don't get that too often, but
I know, right?
Yeah, but I bet that was fun to watch and be out there for. Game of the week. Thank you for Tupelo having that community tailgate. Me and Matt had a good time hanging out there.
You had a lot of food too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's not time to talk about tailgating. It's time to talk about games. So let's go ahead and get into this week's Game of the Week.
The Friday Night Fever Game of the Week is sponsored by Game Day Haircuts.
Tupelo Golden Wave taking on the Oxford Chargers, and that right there is running back J.J. Hill. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this kid. He doesn't really like being tackled or going to the ground. As you can see, 1, 2. It's taking 4 defenders to get this man to the ground. And he's going to call first down right there. And on the same drive, this is going to be his 9th touchdown of the season so far. He's only played 4 games, and that is touchdown number 9 for him. Now, they had the signs out saying power outage as they were taking on the Chargers. And the defense were causing an outage right here. Number 93, Cade Kilgore, and 25, Trey Brewer, going to team up for the sack. Later on in the game, Malachi Gillian, he's going to bring down the Oxford QB for a sack himself. They weren't letting the Chargers get anywhere on offense tonight. And how about one more time for good measure, another J.J. Hill touchdown on the season. That is number 10 on the year. The Tupelo Golden Wave went for more than 300 yards on the ground tonight as they beat Oxford 34-10.
Tonight, it was the battle between the 2 undefeated teams, the Tishomingo County High School Braves versus the Mooreville High School Troopers, 2 undefeated teams, and that was a good game. First quarter and some plays later, the Braves are super close to the end zone. Quarterback Grayson Blakeney keeps the ball, makes his way to the end zone, touchdown. He flexed him right there. The extra point was good, and the student section was loving it. Then we have some plays later. Braves quarterback Grayson Blakeney again decides to take it in for the end zone himself, and that's a touchdown. The people did get in the way, but y'all can catch that celebration. He's gonna flex again. That's right, show those muscles off and celebrate with your teammate. 13-0 Braves. Still in the first, Troopers ball. Quarterback White McDaniels is looking to see who was open. He sacked, y'all. Look at your screen. He got sacked by Poland. But he's a good player. He helps him up after. The crowd loving that. Braves ball. Quarterback Grayson Blakeney finds Chase Booker. He gets by numerous Troopers. Look at this. He won't go down.
3.
Right.
4.
Oh, come on. And he makes his way down the sideline. Sorry about that camera footage, but you can see he is still going, and you can hear the crowd. And they had an extra point. It was good. 20-0 Braves. This matchup was against 2 undefeated teams, and Tishomingo got that dub, 40 to Mooreville's 30.
Now, I met a local legend today, Mr. Will Coltmeyer, in the press box at TCPS this evening. Now, the game was not going TCPS's way right here. Magnolia Heights, Cole Prestick going to find Jack Price. He's going to start on the right side of the field, and he's going to find his way into the red zone for a big gain for the Chiefs. A couple plays later, Prestick going to find Braden Burford all alone in the end zone. That would make it 35-0. Before halftime. Now the Eagles trying to get something going here before the end of the half. Jeb Brown drops back to pass, going to pump fake, he's going to fire, and he's going to find a Chief as Ty Young comes down with the interception. This one was all Magnolia Heights as they shut out TCPS 35-0.
We have another game of 2 teams that are undefeated. Vardaman versus Faulkner. And they took on the Rams.
The Rams at home.
Yeah,
taking
the
on
first
Faulkner.
Drive, Faulkner quarterback Gavin Woolley completes the pass to Braden Newby. First down, Eagles. Wow, cheerleaders getting into that. Later in the drive, Woolley will connect with Newby again, this time for a touchdown. 7-0 Eagles. Easy. That man said, I'm right here. And the crowd still is loving that after the score. Vardaman quarterback Brady White. He's deep and connects with Xavion Kimball. First and goal.
Ooh, right in the bucket.
Catch.
Right in the bucket.
Right there. He said, yeah. And the cheerleaders loving that as well. 2 holding penalties later, the Rams have 4th and goal at the 14. White takes the snap and gets sacked by Faulkner's Anthony Morgan. Vardaman goes scoreless. And you can hear the crowd. Faulkners get the ball back. get the ball back first down. They keep on fighting. And then the Rams would hold them second, Woolley on the third, and getting their ball back. The final score, 7 to Vardaman's 14.
Now, maybe one of the biggest games happening tonight, Starkville on the road taking on Louisville. Right here, Jalen Ruffin, he's going to find Devarius Harrison, and he will go all the way for the first score of the night for the Starkville Yellow Jackets. Now, later on, Ruffin, he is running around in the pocket. He gets away from one defender, gets away from another one, and it's going to take a little bit, but the Wildcats eventually get him to the ground right here. QB Xavier Hunt, he's going to roll out, and he's going to find number 13, Aiden Coleman. He's going to start on the right side of the field. He's going to get by a couple of did he just he just shoved him to the ground. What a big gain for Coleman right there. The Wildcat cheerleaders are loving that play. That's a big one. Again, later on in the game, Hunt, he's going to find number 40, Mitchell Turner, in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Wildcats right there. They're going to have to celebrate right there. Later on in the game, Jalen Ruffin, he's going to find Harrison again, and Harrison's going to go up and make a one-handed catch, and that one's going to count for 6. This one was a thriller between the Wildcats and the Yellow Jackets, and Louisville has now won 30 games in a row as they beat Starkville 42-41.
Fever 5, Kennedy? Week 4, and the Houston Hilltoppers get to play at home tonight against the Saltillo Tigers. Houston quarterback Dakota Harrell airs it out to Braylon Rogers for a 25-yard reception. Little Toppers cheerleaders are loving that after that, but we're going to look at this celebration. There we go. Then on to that next play. Harrell fake the pitch to Jacoby Walker. Keeps himself safe to the right side for a 15-yard touchdown run. Extra point is good. 7-0 Houston. And the band, they got the drummers out there. Saltillo goes 3 and out. Harrell pitched to Bart Starks for a 25-yard gain. First down, Hilltoppers. Look at him go. Woo, he was going. Harrell to Starks against Warsk. Will not to be denied. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Extra point good. Their final score, Houston 45, Saltillo 6.
And the Hilltoppers remain undefeated. Now taking a look at some full screens, that's another battle of undefeateds right there. The Baldwin Bearcats on the road taking on East Webster, and the Wolverines. Let's just say they handled business in their undefeated matchup as they win 55-6. Nettleton, Calhoun City, the Wildcats remain undefeated as they beat the Tigers 40-17. And New Hope picks up a shutout win over Caledonia 49-0.
Then we have North Pontotoc taking on Pontotoc, and Pontotoc got that dub 48-14. Corinth, they got 35 points to Kossuth 7. And then Belmont beat Walnut 40-19.
So we had what, 3 battle of undefeateds right there?
Yes, it was a lot of undefeated games.
So Tishomingo,
teams, that is.
Yeah, a lot of undefeated teams.
Yes.
So Tishomingo County remains unbeaten and they beat Moorville.
Troopers, yes. Now, if you were at that game, I know you were like, who's going to win? 2 teams that are undefeated. But, again, the Braves, they got that dub at home. And I know the crowd was loving it on their homecoming. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Louisville, Starkville. The last team to beat Louisville was Starkville 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Do y'all remember that?
2 years ago, Avery. And Louisville, they just haven't been beaten since.
They have not.
And they're going to look to keep that rolling. Because Starkville, that was probably their biggest challenge this year, outside of West Point, who also gave them a thriller a few weeks back.
But I know you were shocked about the score.
I was shocked about the score. I thought it was going to be a defensive matchup. I thought it was going to be defensive. But wow, what a shootout there.
Yes, we heard about some people on Twitter and Facebook just talking about the game.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the most exciting ones of tonight. And you know what else is exciting?
What is?
Band of the Week.
Let's go!
The Friday Night Fever Band of the Week is sponsored by Northeast Mississippi Community College.